So I want you to imagine something for a second. You wake up, grab your coffee, clip the leash on your dog, and step out for your standard morning route. What if, on that exact walk, you stumbled upon something millions of years old? I mean, it sounds like a crazy movie plot, but everyday people are out here completely rewriting history. From a 4-year-old finding a 220-million-year-old dinosaur footprint to a 9-year-old discovering ancient hominid fossils while walking his dog. Today we're going to look at exactly how ordinary people exploring their local environments stumbled upon the absolute extraordinary.
Section 1. A dog walk through time.
Just look at the sheer contrast here. On the left, we have a totally everyday scenario. This is Damian Basquero, a 25-year-old amateur fossil enthusiast, just living his normal life, out walking his dog Muffin, before heading to work. Now look on the right. This is the staggering reality of what they actually found in their small town in southern France. A 70-million-year-old titanosaur measuring nearly 40 feet in length. Basically, a recent landslide had shifted the Earth on his usual route, exposing a massive secret that had been hidden away since the late Cretaceous period.
And you can just feel the shock of that exact moment. Damien recalled walking into this ravine where, normally he'd only ever found small, pretty insignificant fragments, but he noticed the recent landslide, looked up at the slope and realized, and this quote captures it perfectly, there were bones everywhere, literally everywhere. Just imagine the adrenaline rush of realizing your local dirt trail just peeled back to reveal a graveyard from the age of the dinosaurs.
But the really crucial point here isn't just that he found bones, it's how he found them. There's a term you need to know: anatomical connection. Basically, while this type of massive plant eater is fairly common in Europe, finding their skeletons intact is incredibly rare because the bones usually just scatter over time. But Damien's Titanosaur? It was 70% complete. The bones were in pristine condition, resting exactly as they were arranged when the animal was actually alive. It was as if this giant dinosaur died right there and simply never moved an inch.
And the story just builds from there, because the discovery was really only step one. For 2 whole years, Damien and local volunteers kept this massive find an absolute secret. They had to protect the site from vandals. So they quietly ran these top-secret 10-day excavations, meticulously working the earth, until finally in January 2024, the massive skeleton was safely wrapped up in protective plaster and actually hoisted out of the ravine by a giant crane. Just wild.
Section 2. A 12-year-old's paleontology dream.
Okay, so everyday explorers aren't just adults walking their dogs. We need to anchor ourselves in deep time here. 69 million years. That is the staggering age of a fossil discovered in the Badlands of Alberta, Canada. And the person who found it, not a tenured university professor. It was 12-year-old Nathan Hrushkin, who was simply out for a hike with his dad on a local nature conservancy property.
Now, every single kid who loves dinosaurs dreams of this exact moment. Nathan noticed what looked like a giant bone just sticking right out of the earth in the Horseshoe Canyon area. He called out, "Dad, you need to get up here." His father later said he could tell just by the tone in Nathan's voice that his son had found something seriously significant. It wasn't just a funny-shaped rock, it was a true eureka moment.
And the family did exactly the right thing here. They didn't try to dig it out themselves. They snapped a photo and sent it straight to the experts at the Royal Tyrrell Museum. Well, the museum quickly confirmed it was a real dinosaur bone, specifically a hadrosaur, which is a type of duck-billed dinosaur. Now, hadrosaurs were fairly common in late Cretaceous Alberta, but what makes Nathan's find so incredibly special is that this was a juvenile. It was only 3 or 4 years old when it died, and juvenile fossils like this are exceedingly rare finds.
Section 3. Filling scientific knowledge gaps.
So why do these amateur discoveries matter so much to the professional scientific community? Well, it comes down to their true scientific value. You see, the geological makeup of this canyon features layers representing a time period roughly 71 to 68 million years ago. And finding fossils in this specific geological layer is exceptionally rare. Experts point out that this is a slice of time in Alberta where they simply don't have a lot of fossil information. So Nathan's hike didn't just turn up a cool bone, it literally provided a missing puzzle piece for a very poorly understood era of prehistoric life.
Obviously, once the museum realized the importance of the site, a professional extraction kicked into gear. Look at the careful steps required for this. Researchers ended up uncovering between 30 and 50 bones belonging to that single juvenile dinosaur right out of the canyon wall. Each specimen had to be delicately wrapped in protective jackets made of burlap and plaster, actually very similar to what we saw happening with Damien's Titanosaur in France, before being safely transported back to the museum lab for a deep analysis.
Taking a step back, let's just summarize these incredible everyday discoveries side by side. On one hand, you have Damien and his dog Muffin uncovering a 70-million-year-old Titanosaur in France. On the other, 12-year-old Nathan finding a 69-million-year-old Hadrosaur in Canada. And guys, they really aren't alone here. Remember 9-year-old Matthew Berger? He was out walking his dog when he stumbled upon a 2-million-year-old hominid named Australopithecus sediba. Or 4-year-old Lily Wilder, who spotted a perfectly pristine 220-million-year-old dinosaur footprint while she was just out walking. We're talking about totally different continents and eras, all uncovered by regular people just going about their outdoor routines. It brilliantly illustrates the massive scale of prehistory lying right beneath the surface.
Section 4. Discoveries that change lives. Beyond the hard science, what I find most fascinating is the human element. After unearthing that Titanosaur, Damien actually left his corporate job at a hydrogen generator company. No joke, he is now pursuing a master's degree in paleontology. His dog walk literally sparked an entire career change. Meanwhile, 12-year-old Nathan got to work alongside real museum paleontologists, getting a hands-on taste of his absolute lifelong dream job. Both of these everyday explorers now share this highly attainable goal. They hope to walk into a museum one day and see their discoveries beautifully displayed for the whole world to learn from.
And that brings us to our final takeaway. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to look at the ground a little differently tomorrow morning. The data and the stories we've covered today prove that our world is still holding on to magnificent, world-changing secrets. So my question to you is this: are you paying close enough attention? Because the next major chapter of prehistoric history might just be waiting right beneath your boots on your favorite hiking trail or just a few feet away on your morning dog walk. Keep your eyes open, focus learners. Until next time, keep exploring.